That new report that says Russia is exploring nuclear capabilities in space. Retired Colonel Grant Newsham joins me now. First question, really. Look, if the Russians are developing them, don't we have them already?
Well, you'd like to think so. We certainly have the technology and the know-how, but we've allowed ourselves to take a break for the last 20, 30 years. I say we know how to do it, but we have not weaponized space the way that the Russians are, and certainly the way the Chinese are, which is just as bad, if not worse.
Really, Colonel, you mean to tell me that we don't have some kind of device that could shoot up into space and destroy Chinese satellites? We don't do that?
Well, we can. Oh, yeah, we could go after Chinese satellites. We can certainly do that. But if we're talking about these nuclear weapons, and particularly the so-called FOBs, the fractional orbital bombardment systems, which means a way to put a missile into outer space and have it come down in a way we can't detect it easily or intercept it, the area of hypersonics. Hypersonic missiles. We have known about this, but we have not done what we need to do. We do have very good anti-satellite capabilities, but the technology is beyond that. And that is where we have allowed ourselves to get overtaken.
We should have a word of caution in here, though. The Russians haven't built anything yet. They're simply maybe exploring this thing. And Speaker Johnson says there is no immediate threat. So we shouldn't go overboard on, nukes in space. They're not here yet, are they?
Well, that's right. And, we don't even know what the Russians have in mind. Are they going to put a nuclear weapon out there? Is there some sort of nuclear-powered anti-satellite system or some delivery system that they're going to test? So we don't know. And I have a feeling that given the reaction of the rest of Capitol Hill, the White House as well, that once the information comes out on this particular one, that it may be a bit of a letdown for people. And it may be things that we already know. It is a very serious problem. But at the same time, there does seem to be a little bit of politics here, and Representative Johnson announcing it when and how he did. Perhaps a way to help this Ukraine support bill through.
Okay. You've got a new op-ed titled, "Think the U.S. exit from Afghanistan was bad? Look what's brewing in the Pacific." Okay, Colonel, what is brewing in the Pacific right now?
Well, the U.S. is in great danger of losing its sole and complete access and control of the Central Pacific. The Chinese are on the verge of just stepping in because we are not doing what is necessary to pass 3 treaties to support Palau, Micronesia, and the Marshall Islands. It's held up in Congress. In fact, there doesn't seem to be any measure, any method for actually getting this passed. Congress and the White House are not doing their job. The Chinese are standing by, and they're telling the locals, look, the Americans don't like you enough to pass these bills. They don't like you enough to really give you the money they promised. We're here. We've got a blank check. We'll send as many tourists as you want. We'll give you $100 million in infrastructure spending, and there's more. So that's what's happening. It's just by default, or really just malfeasance almost. We are allowing the Chinese to get into the Central Pacific and try defending against China from the very western edge of the Pacific without control of the Central Pacific. And it's going to be a very hard thing to do.
Got it. Grant Newsham, retired